folks, welcome to Cinderella's Sweet Shop. My name is Marlene Devine. I'm located in the heart of Western Kentucky, known to you by Kentucky Lake. So welcome. Today we're going to be working on a few odds and ends. I run a commercial bakery. It's just small bakery. It's just, little things that I do. I'm a one-man show, so I do this on my own. Occasionally I'll bring in some help, but usually it's just me. Because if you know me, I'm a little bit of a control freak. I can't have people help me. I can't do it. But anyways, today we're going to work on a few things. I have a couple little cake orders going out this week. And a lot of people reach out to me because I do, like in the beginning of the year, February, I do chocolate covered strawberries, things like that. Throughout the year I'll do, and a lot of people ask me, what is the difference in bright white melting chocolate and just regular melting chocolate? Well, I'm going to show you today. Here is just a bag that I use of vanilla melting chocolate and a bag that I use of the bright white, and I'm going to show you the difference in those things. You may already know the bright white is a lot lighter in color. I'm just going to pick one out and put it in my hand for you. And then this one is the vanilla melting chocolate. This is the bright white, and this one is the vanilla melting chocolate. And you can see the bright white is this one's the bright white, it's a lot brighter in color, and this one is the vanilla. It's more of a bone or amber kind of color, and it is a difference. So I like to mix them together, because this particular kind is a little bit more expensive than this kind. But this one by itself is a little bit kind of translucent, a little clear looking. It doesn't have a good base to it, meaning that sometimes you can see through it. So I like to mix them together so I can spread my money a little bit further along the way. So we're just going to melt some of these chocolates together. I try to do it half and half. So we're just going to pop this in the microwave and melt it, and I'm back. While that chocolate is melting, I'm going to kind of explain to you a little bit of what I'm going to do. My cake base actually is a strawberry cake that we're working on, and it will have a strawberry crumb coating on the outside, kind of like the old-fashioned Good Humor bars. You know, the strawberry ice cream bars that had the crumb coating. We're going to do that. And I keep this mixed up, and I keep it in the freezer for days like today. We're going to put it on the outside of the cake, and we're also going to dip some strawberries and put that on there as well. So my microwave has just gone off. I'm going to check that chocolate to see how it looks. Now, anytime you're melting chocolate, you want to check it in intervals of 30 seconds. But the first little bit, 30 seconds, is not really long enough, so I try to do it for a minute, and then I'll give it a good stir, and then I'll pop it back in the microwave for 30-second intervals. And as you can see here, it's still clumpy and lumpy. Hang on a second, I'm gonna see if I can't maneuver you a bit better so you can kind of see better what I'm doing. It's a little clumpy and lumpy. We're getting there, but that's just 1 minute, and that's how much that chocolate has melted. And as you keep stirring it, it's going to melt it a little bit more. You do not want to overheat your chocolate because it will scorch, it will burn. This has been 1 minute, and see how much it's already melted down. It's looking really, really good. So I'm going to get the rest of that stuff out, and we'll get to work on it. So I have out here my cookie sheet. It's just covered with aluminum foil because this makes cleanup so much easier. If you've ever done melted chocolate, you know it can be kind of messy, and once it gets on a pan, it's a pain in the butt. So I always cover what I'm working with to put to cool and set with aluminum foil. I've got my strawberries here that have already been washed and dried, and I'm going to put my strawberry crumb coating in the bowl. I like to have everything ready to go. It just makes the job a little easier. So we're going to take one of our strawberries here. First off, we're going to put this in the melted chocolate, and you want to make sure you let that drip off as good as you can. Be careful swinging it back and forth because the stems come off, and that's not always pretty. And I'm just going to gently rake the side there. You'll see it's a little ugly side, but that's okay. That's going to help us to set it flat and level. We're just going to roll it in our strawberry crumb coating. And there you have it. It's ready to go. We're going to do, probably about 10 to 12 of these to set on top of the cake. Y'all, it's gonna be beautiful. It is going to be beautiful. I may choose to just do like 6 or 7 of the strawberries in this strawberry crumb coat, and then just do some that is just the white chocolate, because to me the mixture of them really sets off that cake and makes it look really, really beautiful. So when I do a crumb coat or something like that on my strawberries, anything that's got texture or will build bulk, I'm gonna start with my smallest strawberries, because that, like on this case, you'll see that strawberry gets bigger and bigger with everything we put on there. So, you know, when we roll this crumb coating on here, it's only gonna get bigger and make it bigger. So you can get by with using your smaller, I'm gonna throw this in the trash can, smaller strawberries for something like this, and then use your bigger ones when you don't have anything to build that consistency up. So we're just gonna dip, smear off the bottom, and roll it in our chocolate, or in our strawberry crumb coating here. See how pretty those are? Oh. So we've got 4 done. I think I like to do odd numbers, so I think we'll do 5 of the strawberries just in this. And I think I will do 5 strawberries in just the white chocolate. No, I'm gonna back up a little bit. I'm gonna do 5 of those, 3 of these. And then I have some luster dust that's kind of a rose gold color. Once these set up, I think I'll buff some of that on there and give it a little bit more of a classy look. So what y'all been doing today? This is Thursday, so this is my Friday at the beauty shop. I've told y'all before, I run my business here out of my home about 3 days a week, and I work at the beauty shop 3 days a week. And this is my Thursday at the beauty shop. It is November the 6th. This is election week. So I worked at the beauty shop today. I got off work there, and then I come home and I'm working in my kitchen. My husband Todd, he has been off work with a rotator surgery. So he's in the house resting up. He had physical therapy today. So it's rainy and gloomy here in Western Kentucky. It's been about 70 and sometimes 80 degrees around here, but it's been gloomy and rainy today. So we've gotten some rain and the temperature's dropped a little bit. We don't like that, but sometimes we just have to do what we gotta do, don't we? So it's been rainy and gloomy, so I'm working out here in my pretty little kitchen, trying to get some of my work done, get a head start on all that. And Todd's resting. We have 2 dogs. We have a golden doodle. She is precious. And Marley, we have her. She is a mutt mix. We rescued her from the animal shelter. She's a little older and she's a little timid, but he's in there with them. So we've got these done. So I want to do 5, 3, and probably 3. I may do one more. Yeah, let's do one more with that crumb coat. I want to cover the entire top surface with these strawberries. And you know, my little fella that ordered this for his girlfriend, he just said, you know what, I don't care. She wants a cake. She wants one of your cakes. We don't care. She likes strawberries. You just do with it what you want. Make it pretty. Make it something you think she would like. So I'm just going to go with it. So we've got these. I'm going to set them in the refrigerator and let them set up a little bit while we get the cake out and get that ready to go. So another thing we're going to work on today also is I have another little order going out with some cake pops. If you've ever made cake pops, you know they're kind of a pain in the butt. I personally don't like cake pops, but a lot of people do. So I use a little piece of styrofoam, and you see it's got chocolate all over it. And that's okay, because my cake pops aren't going to be touching that. And I've washed my hands, they're clean. And this order is not for a client. This is for a family member. Their little girl is turning 1, and I'm back. I had a little emergency there. My chocolate was puddling up and it was fixing to get all over the place. And that's never a good thing. But my little nephew, his little girl's turning 1, so I'm making her a birthday cake. And I thought her little princess themed stuff would be so cute if she had some cute little cake pops. I had some extra cutoffs for cakes and things like that, so I thought, well, that'd be cute to sprinkle a few little cake pops for her. So yeah, that's pretty easy. We just dip them in that chocolate. That kind of glues your cake pop to your stick. And then we just spin them around to clean them up. And there might be an easier way to do that than this, but like I said, I don't really enjoy making cake pops. I don't like cake pops. You're kind of crooked on me. We gotta line you back out here. I've been working on my equipment. I got a new tripod, so y'all are sitting pretty now. Okay, that's much better. We're gonna do a few of these while our strawberry sits in the refrigerator, and you wanna get just as much of that off as you can. Now these cake pops, I mixed the cake stuff up and rolled them out last night after I baked some cakes, and just put them in the refrigerator, let them set up, and like I said, I hate these things. I absolutely hate them, but I'm not everybody, and lots of people love them. Just because I don't love them don't mean y'all can't love them. I just don't. To me, they taste like Mama Bird has chewed up the food and spit it in Baby Bird's mouth. I know that's a terrible comparison there. Cake is supposed to be good. Why would you want it all mushy? But kids love them. Kids love them. My little Bentley, I call him a moon pie. That's my grandson. He likes cake pops, but he likes doing the sprinkles and that kind of stuff. When he comes over, he knows right where Mims's sprinkles is, and he goes right to them. There's a few that I don't use on my cakes that he loves. So when he gets over here, he likes to come in here and see if we have any extra cakes in the freezer, so he can make him a few little cake or whatever. And I just let him do what he wants to. I do. I know I probably shouldn't, and God love him. His poor mama. I'm gonna pop this in the microwave a minute. Hang on. While that's warming up, I'll finish. His poor mama. She probably thinks, please God, don't send anything home with him, because when he comes home from our house, he's bringing all kinds of stuff, like little cakes or cookies or something that he and I have gotten in the kitchen and made together. But that's okay. They can throw it in the trash if they want to, and they probably do, but if they want to, they can do that. That's their prerogative, right? It's my prerogative to make it with them. So, we just have the best time when we have days like that together, he and I do. We just love it. I love him to pieces. Love him, love him. So we're just gonna mix these up, and if you'll notice, I kind of set them kind of cockeyed a little bit so that if there's a drip, it's gonna drip off and kind of help to set up a little bit more evenly. And you'll notice there'll be a little sprinkle here and there. That's okay. This is not for order going out. This is, like I said, it's just for family. And they didn't ask for it. I'm just doing it as an extra because I want to. And I probably will not do sprinkles on all of these cake pops. See? I hate these things. I hate them. Absolutely hate cake pops. People will ask me sometimes if I'll make them for order, and I usually will say no, because they're a pain. They are a pain. They are the devil's dessert, I've decided. They are cute. I did some for a cake order one time that was yellow, and I put little black stripes on it. They had the theme for their cake was honeybees, and it was really, really cute. Look at me, making a mess. I'm putting the wrong thing in the wrong place. Y'all ever do that? I do it all the time. All the time. My brain don't work right. we'll work on these. Go get you a snack and come back. So you know I just told you I hate making these things. Here's why. You can't see it probably, but these are dripping. And this one right here, the stick, it kind of sucked itself through to the stick. And the stick, see how it's poking through? Hate these suckers. So I found a little way to fix that. I got a little dab of chocolate there in my pan. And I got it turned upside down. And I'm just gonna take another one of these sticks and I'm gonna fix this chocolate on this stick and just kind of glue it back and let it set up. There are some sprinkles down there. I'm gonna wipe this off because I reuse that. There are some sprinkles down there and that's gonna stick to it. We're gonna fix it back together. And if it's ugly, that's okay. I have 13, I was gonna send 12. If this one's ugly, then you know what? I'll put it up my little moon pile to eat it when he comes. But, so there's that. I'm gonna clean this mess up and then we're gonna work on those strawberries. Okay, so we're gonna work on our cake now. It's a strawberry based cake. I've just got some strawberry buttercream here. And we're just going to spur a little bit on the bottom. That acts as a glue so that your cake don't go sliding all over the place. And I'm gonna pick the flattest of my bases to put on the bottom so it has good footing. And you probably do this at home differently than I do. Everybody has their own way. You know, just experiment with it. Find what works best for you. This works best for me. We're just gonna smear it around. We wanna make sure that we get our buttercream all the way out to the edge of that bottom layer. Then I'm gonna take my little spatula and I'm just gonna go all the way around and form like a little bit of a well. What that's doing is it's building a wall for our next layer. I'm gonna put that down. We wanna go bottom up, and I'm gonna jimmy it a little bit around, just kind of get those air bubbles out. And then we're gonna put our next base down. I wish y'all could smell this. It smells so good. I'm not kidding you. It really does. It smells so good. Those fresh strawberries and that buttercream, so good. Now I have what they call as a cottage license in the state of Kentucky. There are certain things that we can do and we cannot do to sell foods. I like to mix a little bit of a molecular cooking. I can't legally, technically sell buttercream made with real butter because it needs refrigeration, and I can't do anything that sells with cream cheese. So I do molecular cooking. I do cooking that means I can take something and make it taste like something else. So this is a buttercream base, does not have cream cheese in it, but I use extracts and flavors that will give it that cream cheese flavor because I gotta stick legally. That doesn't mean it doesn't taste as good, because it does. It is delicious. If you're interested in doing all that, check out YouTube and see what you can learn about molecular cooking. It's kind of neat, really. It really is. While we're talking about YouTube, that's how you found me, is on YouTube. So don't forget to like and subscribe and share so that we can get everybody else on here and let them see what we got going on. Because, you know, I ain't gonna cut it any other way than just tell you. That's how people like me get paid. I'm new to this. I may not make $5, and that's okay. I'm not looking for a job. I'm not looking to get rich. I just want to share some stuff with you. So, but anyways, like and share and subscribe if you're not already so that we can get this mess up. So y'all come see me more often. How about that? We're just gonna smear it around. And it doesn't have to be pretty. Remember, we're gonna put that crumb coat like we did on the strawberries around the base of this cake. So we ain't looking for a pretty cake. That's one good thing about that stuff, is it kindly is forgiving for you. And I don't like a messy bottom. I'm just gonna spin it around and clean this up a little bit. Always keep a piece of plastic down there for my spatula to sit on. Now this top layer, this is where it all kind of comes into play. We want to make sure everything is straight and level. Looks pretty level. I'm going to tap it and get those bubbles out. go through paper towels like crazy. Sam's Club is happy to see me come because they know I'm gonna buy me some paper towels. And the top of this, it ain't gotta be beautiful either, because remember all those strawberries we just worked on? They're gonna sit up there too. We're not gonna put the strawberry crunch crumb coating all the way up the side of the cake. I'm really just gonna do it on the bottom part of the cake. And I'm not gonna worry about it being level and pretty and all that, because I kind of like the rusticness of it. I like how it looks, just, you know, kind of like all messy. To me, it just looks, I don't know, it has a little bit of a casual but an elegant kind of flair to it. But I do want to make sure that the sides of the cake are all evenly coated, and I'm not seeing any of that cake coming back through. I can see on the sides there's a few places that's not quite even with the cake. That's what I like about these tall spatula scraper things. I like one that's tall and very straight, and I'm just going to spin this sucker around and fill in the gaps. And I do want to kind of give it, like I said, a kind of a neat little look to it. So I'm gonna spin it around and just rub the outside of that so it doesn't really have a line of demarcation, but it does have that swirl kind of look to it. And then this up here, I'm just gonna kind of like whip it around and just kind of give it a rough little look to it. And like I said, the little fella, he didn't care what it looked like. He just wanted to get his pretty little girlfriend a cake for her birthday. And I just think that's great. Absolutely think that's great. So we've got that. And we've got that done. See how easy that was? Not bad at all. Okay, so what I've done now is I went and got this little, it's a drink carrier from a restaurant. A restaurant around here closed down not long ago. My friend owned it, and so I got a few things from her when she closed down. So I'm gonna try to move you guys up a little closer. I know, it's a little wobbly. So, there's that. Let's see if I can. I told y'all before, this is new to me, and I'm just kind of going with the flow the best I can. So y'all hang out. This little new tripod. So I'm gonna put you down a little lower so you can see up close and personal what I'm doing. Okay, so we've got our little bag of the stuff here, and I put it on this thing because this stuff will fall off and make a mess. Gets all over the place. I've done this a time or 20. I've made a mess or two in my life. So I've cleaned my hands. I'm gonna go around it and put it up there and smooth it around. And like I said, I'm not working on necessarily trying to get it all pretty because I don't want it to be even. I just want it to be on there. We do caramel apples for all kinds of different events, and one of my most requested caramel apple is the strawberry. People really like those strawberry shortcake crunch caramel apples. This is just a neat little way to fancy up a strawberry cake and make it look a little different. See how this little drink carrier helps out? If you don't have a drink carrier, you can use anything. You can use a cookie sheet, pizza pan. I like this thing because it's easy and it doesn't slide around, and the cake thing sticks to it really well. I'm not serving any drinks in here, but I like to whip me up a good strawberry cake with some crumbs on it. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go get these strawberries out. I'm back. I've got my strawberries out, and I wanted to do this with you. Instead of doing it ahead of time, we're gonna put a little decorative piping on the base of this cake when we get it all done. I'm gonna take my piping bag, and I'm gonna snip off the bottom of that. Put my tip in. And it's kind of a pain in the butt to fill these piping bags up. I always put it over my hand, like that. Open it up good. And I'm gonna fill this piping bag up. Y'all can't see me. I'll move this over. Okay. Fill this piping bag up, starting and pushing it all the way down the best I can. All the way down. And you know, I didn't take any classes to do this. I didn't. I just decided one day, hey, I think I'm gonna make a cake and sell it. And then it went from that to, oh, I think, you know, I might make another cake and sell it. And then my niece got married. I went, Monkey, that's what my nieces and nephews call me. Will you make my wedding cake? And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And then I thought, oh God, what did I just agree to do? And I called her and I said, Chels, honey, I don't know about this. I mean, it's your wedding day. What if it falls apart? What if it tastes like crap and nobody likes it and it's your wedding cake? And she's like, Monkey, don't worry about it. You got it. No big deal. Okay, I wanted to help them, you know. A wedding's expensive and a wedding cake is expensive. And I'm like, okay, all right, I got this. I can do it. Good Lord, I watched, I don't know how many videos. Watched it make cakes, make buttercream. Come the wedding day, it went off with a hitch. And she was like, see, I told you, Monkey, you got this. Then I was like, okay. Well, then another nephew gets married. Hey, Monkey, will you make my wedding cake? Sure. I didn't sweat as much when he got married. No big deal. It's all right. Then the next one comes along. He gets married. Hey, Monkey, my wedding cake. Okay. So I did that. Then it was like, okay, I'll do it for a few other people. Now, I have wedding cakes all the time, and it stresses me out. I don't enjoy it as I should. I don't, because, y'all, that's their wedding day. If that cake cracks or it sits crooked or, you know, if something ain't right, it's on me. That's one of the most important days of their life. To a bride, it's big. What if it don't work out? But you know what? They ain't no more married if that cake is perfectly straight than if it's tilted. I try to make it the best I can, but I've gotten past that so much. But anyways, we're gonna pipe this on around the bottom. We've cleaned it up a little bit. So I'm just gonna, this is a Wilton 2D. And we're just gonna give it some pretty little pipes here. And because we do have that crumb coat on there, it's not gonna stick directly to the sides of the cake. And that's okay too. We really just want to make it, and I should do it on that side to show y'all, but I'm left-handed, so I do everything backwards. But these are just some pretty little pipings on the side, just to give it a little bit of prettiness. Now, I don't know anything about decorating cakes. There might be a different way. There might be. Somebody out there's probably going, oh my God, what is she doing? She's winging it, girl. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm winging it. I'm doing the best I can. All right. See how pretty that's looking? And y'all, I got to thinking about these strawberries. You know, I said I might rub some of them with some of that real pretty rose gold. I thought about it, and I really want this to look really pretty, and I felt like that rose gold would maybe trashy it up a little bit. So I decided against that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put some feet, as I call it, down, bases. I'm just gonna do like some pretty little swirls, like a little rosette here and there. And that's gonna be what some of the feet that our strawberries sit on. And it ain't gotta be perfect. We're gonna fill in the gaps here. We're gonna give it a pretty big tall one there. And if I had to go in and fill it in, I'll do that. I'm gonna gonna try to do like a strawberry crumb and then a white chocolate and then a strawberry crumb and a white chocolate, and see how we've got the spaces there. I'm gonna set these other strawberries, so I'm gonna want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8. Who'd have thunk it? Okay, so because we have all this here, I'm gonna try to do this so you can see. There's that one, and I told you I'm left-handed, so there's that one, and alternate them. Strawberry, white chocolate, strawberry, white chocolate, strawberry, and then white chocolate. So I have a couple of extras there. Look at that, how pretty that is. So I'm gonna clean these edges up a little bit. And I've not got enough capping in here, so I'm going to put me a little bit more in here. You know, nothing goes as planned. Nothing goes as planned. I can try to have everything planned out just perfect and all in order, and it ain't gonna go as planned. And that's okay. That is perfectly fine. There's a strawberry leaf there. So I'm just gonna, what I call milk it. See, I'm gonna go all the way up. I'm burping it. Getting some of them air bubbles out. Okay, and you see right here, I've got a little gap there. So I'm just gonna do like a little rosette around the edging the best I can. And then I'm gonna fill in the space there, and there, and there. I'm gonna put a little rosette right there, a little rosette here and there. And that's, you know, not really in any order. I'm just filling in the gaps. All right. See how pretty that looks? Pretty little birthday cake. And it really was nothing hard to do. It just was some things that took some time, like dipping the strawberries, making sure the edges were all smooth and clean. But I like the rustic-ness of it. See how that is? Isn't that pretty? Just pretty. So that's really, really pretty. All right, guys. I'm gonna box this cake up and send it out the door in the morning. Thanks for spending your night with me, and I appreciate you coming and talking to me, and maybe you'll come back next time. I'm gonna bop up, bleh. See? I'm gonna box up them cake pops and clean them pipes up or the plastic, whatever they're called. Clean them up a little bit and box them up for Keegan for his little girl's birthday party. Box this cake up and get it ready to go, and I think I'm calling it a night. So, bye-bye. Hey, remember, like, subscribe, and share. Till next time, get that kitchen dirty, girl.